Hello everybody. I finally got into ArcheAge Classic. So it started a few days ago and the server was terrible. There was disconnections, there was lag. They actually had to take it down, fix a whole bunch of things, and then relaunch the server. So people had played for a few hours and then they lost all their progression because they wiped everything and started new. I had tried over the past couple days to log in and play. Most of the time I would just get kicked off. I did get to play for maybe an hour, but you know, I would get disconnected here and there. So I kind of gave up until this morning. This morning I had some issues with lag. The main issue with lag was you would go to hand in your quest and it would totally lag out. You would sit there for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, sometimes longer. But they had a maintenance this morning. It was pretty quick, and everything is running perfectly for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours now. I was able to get my character up to level 12. The leveling is pretty slow compared to what I had done in, it seemed, in the beta seemed quick. Maybe they had an adjustment, a multiplier, and definitely faster than ArcheAge on the legacy server, where I made a video a few days ago with that. But here I'm playing on the east side. What is my race again? Nyan? It's a human, and I made a cleric again, so let me see my skills. Yeah, it's calling me a cleric. I took Vitalism, Aromancy, and Songcraft. My guild is active there. I don't know how many people are playing now because it's Monday and it's in the middle of the day, so people are probably at work. I needed a car inspection, so I had to do that this morning. I brought my laptop with me, and that's what I was doing. That's why I wasn't able to record. But now that I'm back home, and I got back on pretty quickly, here I am recording my gameplay. So getting in the game is not an easy thing. Well, it's easy, it just takes a while because you click launch and then it tells you you're in a line. You have to wait. Sometimes the line can be 2,000. But it goes, and you could log out of your computer. You can even turn your computer off and come back a few minutes later and see that you're further up the line. So I actually logged off. I got into my truck after the inspection, drove home, and I was able to pretty much get right on because I moved up. So I've been doing quests. I've been doing all the green, the race quests. I'm on chapter 3, going rogue. So I have to destroy... I have to take a letter to Investigator Skurin in the trade plaza of the City of Towers. So I hadn't really paid too much attention to the storyline here. I really wasn't too interested, to be honest. I really liked the storyline of the dwarf better. I wish I could go back to playing dwarf. That's what I did in the beta. But my guild is in the east, not the west, I'm afraid. So that's okay. Still really fun. The game is great. People are getting into trouble, and I see that every once in a while you see that they have a trial. And it's all in good fun. Sometimes the chat can not be so good, but I don't pay much attention to the chat, to be honest. Alright, so it doesn't tell me where to go on the map. I think I have something I need to do in my inventory. Yeah, I have to burn this. Now I have to go up to the City of Towers. Get on my mount. Funny looking mounts for this faction. It's like a big teddy bear decorated. So obviously my guild has been doing a lot of things. But since I chose not to suffer through all the problems in the beginning of the server launch, I missed a lot of what they did. They did some family quests, and you know, I really don't understand the game, so I couldn't really get into the details, but it's safe to say that I'm behind them. That must be somebody doing a trade run. Big pack, something on their back. And now they have a mount. Another potato. Even the mount goes slow. Lots of guilds starting up, lots of players. But everything is running smoothly, everything is running well. The game looks great. I did one vocation quest earlier. Planted a potato and a cucumber. But I think the reason why I was upset yesterday, or even Friday was when the server was supposed to start. But then since they had to fix a lot of things, they restarted it on Saturday. And the guild event was to get into a family and do family quests. I think those are for vocation badges so that you can start doing your quest things, or choosing vocations and so on. Well, I missed that. I was busy yesterday doing a yard sale. Didn't really get to play, even though the server was playable yesterday, although it wasn't in the shape it's in today. Okay, report to Investigator Skurin. Showing it here on the map where I am, but I don't see her. It could be that her name is turned off, because I turned off a bunch of names. Name info. So let me look at NPCs. Yep, I turned off NPCs. Gotta have those on, I guess. I don't think you have to dismount to talk to quest givers, but I sometimes do. The new Shadowhawk recruit. I heard that a job in Tiger's Eye went south. What happened? You heard wrong. I'm here to complete my mission. What can you tell me about the Selphira Shrine in the City of Towers? There have been rumors about some holy artifact at Selphira Shrine, but those religious fanatics kill anyone that gets too close. So I couldn't tell you what it is. So I'm sort of like a spy inside of this cult. They killed my character's family, and I think I'm looking for revenge. That's the basic understanding of what I got from going through the quest line. I haven't really been watching the cutscenes. I've been watching them, but since I was out and really didn't have sound, I kind of was really going through them quickly. I didn't get too much of it. Didn't understand too much of it. The Selphira Shrine is just through the northern gates behind me. Are you sure you want to go alone? I can handle myself. Once I've completed my mission, where can I find the Shadowhawk headquarters? We operate out of a saloon in East End Homes, but be careful. Tavern guard Armad is ferocious, and he has a hard time trusting new members. Okay. Number 13. Holy Bolt upgraded to 3. I get a skill point. Where do I want to put it here? Okay. I don't have any skills yet in Songcraft. Dissonance is, I think, the one I really want, but I need to be level 15. So I'm going to hold off. Critical Discord looks okay. Magic attack deals 430 damage, increases critical hit and critical healing rate for 3 seconds. And I can hold it down for continuous use. Oh, I have another passive under Vitalism, quick recovery. Resets cooldowns on all Vitalism healing skills after receiving critical damage or critical healing. Hold off on that one. Maybe I'll take critical discord. You know, I'm just gonna save the point. I don't know what that's good or not, because I know you can reset your skills, but I don't know the cost. I'm doing alright in combat. Doesn't seem like I need that right now. So, go back on my teddy bear and go up to our quest location. There is a way to make... Oh, he's gonna stay. I can put him in standby mode. He waits outside. I have to collect that thing on the altar. I think this is the Indiana Jones giant ball. I've got to take this and run because it looked like it spawns a lot of these other disciples. Or escorts, whatever they are. Yeah, I'm out of here. See ya. Report to Tavern Guard, Armad. My pet leveling up. I have no idea how to get to this. There we go. Terror in the temple. Tavern Guard says, "What are you doing here, New Blood? Why a pipsqueak like you would be allowed to join the Shadowhawks is beyond me. This pipsqueak just recovered the dragon scale. Now, are you going to let me in, or do you want me to wait until the Salphira disciples get here? The dragon scale? You stole that from the temple? Why, you suicidal, mad little... Valdemaro will want to speak with you right away."
As you snatched the gem from its altar, a feeling of absolute victory swept over you. This would be your crowning glory. The Shadowhawks would have to make you a full-fledged member. Melisara had lived through a moment that should have felt as glorious, but didn't. You saw her kneel before Jean, who had now been reborn as Kyrios, the god of destruction. Years had passed since their time as Shadowhawks and journey to the birthplace of the world. The rage in his face was replaced with joy, and he helped her to her feet, embracing her tightly. She could feel the violent beating of his heart, and was overcome with regret and sympathy. She felt no victory, as she plunged a dagger of carven bone into the back of her former friend.
Hurry, Valdemero's inside, up on the second floor. Take the dragon scale to him as soon as you can. I'm such a sneaky traitor. Found the dragon scale, clearly. That's faith in you was not misplaced. You've done a great service to the Shadowhawks, Leoben. With your first mission such a success, the time has come for you to truly join our ranks. Go speak to Jahavan, and he'll tell you about our operations here in the City of Towers. It's a relief. I was half expecting to be pushed off another cliff. Taking the stabs. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So you're the one who found the dragon scale, huh? Welcome. Keep this up and you'll rise through the ranks in no time. Our biggest problem right now is a missing agent named Vincenzo. He was on a secret mission for Lord Ashibel, but we haven't heard from him in weeks. Vincenzo. But that was the man I found dead outside of Hitora. Did Haman never tell the other Shadowhawks what happened?
The Shadowhawks threw you a party to celebrate your new membership in their ranks. The ale, the cheering, the dancing, it overwhelmed your senses. Melisara's memories hit you in a flurry, attacking from every angle at once when your guard faltered. When she'd entered the birthplace of the world, Melisara hadn't become a god like Jean. She had, however, been given certain powers, magnifying her deadly abilities. She forged a dagger that could kill anyone on contact, a dagger of instant death. However, such power needed a source. For the dagger to work, it consumed the soul of the person wielding it. As soon as she stabbed Jean, ending his rampage as the god of destruction, her entire being vanished inside of his.
Let's equip my new staff. My inventory is almost full here. I don't understand why nobody investigates storehouse keeper Muramushi. Vincenzo clearly said he was going to ask him something before leaving the city. Storehouse keeper Muramushi? Who's he? A merchant in the commercial district. He's harmless, so I never considered him a suspect, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. Vincenzo, I met him once. He had a strange metal crescent. Seemed to think it could lead him to a powerful artifact of some sort. I told him I didn't want to get involved. You Shadowhawks are nothing but trouble. I've been taking the loots as well. Did I see Vincenzo speaking with Ivana? Though, she's a curio dealer, and she... Hey, wait a minute. Are you Leoben? Storehouse keeper Hatra left me this box, and your description. She never told me you were a bloody Shadowhawk, though. Here, just take it. You don't even have to pay me. Just go talk to Ivana, and leave me alone. More Shadowhawks. Listen, I don't know anything about that damned Iron Crescent. I couldn't help Vincenzo, and I can't help you.
Ideally, the dagger would kill only its intended victim. Once that poor soul was dead, the dagger's magic would no longer be needed. And it would release its power source, the soul of the assassin. The assassin could then go on to kill again. However, Jean, now Kyrios, was no ordinary man. When Melisara stabbed him through the heart, the dagger did its work and absorbed her soul. However, the magic of the dagger was not quite powerful enough to kill the god of destruction. He was the only being on Earth who could have survived it. Though gravely wounded, he lingered. Melisara, meanwhile, was trapped inside of him. Any questions she had about his motivations, character, intent, all were immediately answered. She could see the clutter of his very mind.
The only one who might know about ancient relics like that is the antiques merchant, Semiad. He works in the building right next to me. Go bother him if you want answers. I knew Vincenzo did. Do you remember anyone bringing this Iron Crescent? This again. I'll tell you what I told your friend. That thing is dangerous. If I were you, I'd throw it in the river. Please, I can't. I've lost everything because of this Iron Crescent. My friends, my family. Such pain over such a little thing. Very well, I will help you. But first, you must do something for me. Something I'm far too old to do myself, and I don't trust the incompetent authorities to take care of. I overheard one of the Sulfura disciples talking about a plan to set fire to the city. I was shocked, so I followed one. It seems they're planting jars full of explosives all over the city of towers, a sacrifice to their goddess. Defeat the Sulfura monks that are placing the explosives, then use their counter-agent to deactivate the bombs in the Sulfura pottery. Return to me once the city is safe, and I'll tell you what you want to know. I like this character collision in the game. Not enough counter agent. Wait, what do I have to do again? Oh, I can kill the monks first. There's a monk right here.
Out of view.
So I've been starting with Antithesis, because it does 413 damage to enemies, even though it heals me. Then I hit them with Mirror Light, which increases healing rate, but it also inflicts a snare on enemies for 3 seconds and increases their damage received by 12%. And it decreases the damage effect. It increases the healing effectiveness on them. So that's been working pretty well. I've been able to kill enemies like 3 or 4 levels above mine so far. I've also got Warp, which is from Oromancy. It's an area around me 6 meters. When I use it, it inflicts Shaken. And it decreases movement speed, skill damage, and attack speed. And it grants me 1 stack of Inspired. And Inspired gives me a bunch of buffs. Did I get Counter Agent from that other guy? I have 3. That's good enough. Let's go defuse these bombs. Gonna be around here somewhere. I don't think they activate till I get near it. Oh, there it is. That was cleverly hidden. It's on the other side. I knew I heard it when I walked past there. I could hear it fizzling. stopped the Salphira disciples? Are the bombs destroyed? The city is safe, though I can't promise they won't try again. All these years warning people about the dangers of the past, and I nearly lose my home to the perils of the present. Thank you, adventure.
Samyad had been reluctant to share his knowledge with you. When Melisara was absorbed into the body of Kyrios, he no longer had the luxury of reticence. In one instant, she knew him better than his beloved could ever have hoped to. She saw the pain of his childhood, when he and his mother, the king's consort, were banished from the palace by a jealous queen. They'd been relentlessly pursued by Melisara's own father, death a constant threat. She saw the moment his mother slaughtered his half-brother to secure Jean's place on the throne. She saw Jean's resulting rage at his mother's actions. He stormed from the palace and never saw her again.
The truth is, I know who that Iron Crescent belongs to. In fact, I have another piece myself. Here, combine your Iron Crescent with my piece and see if you can fit them together. Unless I miss my guess, they'll fuse almost immediately. The truth is, oh, okay, I have to do something first. You know what? I think he's giving me something that I don't have room for.
Your bag is full. You should expand your bag or store some items in your warehouse.
Alright, I do have to find the warehouse person. Warehouse manager is right here. How do I mark a waypoint? No, I don't think he's going to be in the sewer. Don't see him. Storehouse keeper. north map. That's where I'm going. Maybe he is in the sewer. Yeah, he is. Damn.
안전한 보관을 찾는다면 날 찾아로.
Keep all my food on me, I guess.
자주
That's
털러로.
good enough for now. I don't know where my mount went. Okay, here they are. I made a helm fragment. Let's see what he says about that. Ah yes, you'll find they're quite impossible to separate now. You see, what you hold is a piece of the helm of Kyrios, the god of destruction himself. 2,000 years ago, an elven hero smashed that helm during the battle for Aurora. It has been lost ever since. Only scholars and historians can speculate as to its full power. Perhaps Ginia in Astera would know more.
The helm of Kyrios. What could Haman have wanted with such a gruesome relic? When Samiad returned it, you realized Melisara had seen it as well, just before the fall of Aurora. Competing memories raged within you. Melisara, Jean, Kyrios. Jean's life, as Melisara witnessed it, cascaded past. He loved Kyprosa fiercely. After becoming Kyrios, he thought himself totally alone and fell victim to an evil advisor. He began to conquer the continent. A note from Kyprosa had summoned him to the library, but it was an assassination attempt. Though he survived, his heart did not. Convinced his love had betrayed him, he was filled with an evil unlike the world had ever known. He fell completely under the sway of his evil advisor, Anthalon, and committed unspeakable atrocities. He was totally consumed by his powers as the Dread God.
Turn to the dark side. But friend, take care. I fear that too many people have seen you asking about that Iron Crescent. I know you seek to avenge your family, but you're no longer safe in one place for too long. You should travel to the Western Gate. My associate, Investigator Miri, will help you find Ginia. careful. If the helm of Kyrios is fully restored, I fear its master may not be far behind. Alright, Western Gate. There he is. Chickens. I knew I should have gone up these stairs. Bad guys. You know, this isn't the first time Samiad has asked me to help someone flee the city. If I didn't know better, I'd think that old man knows more than he lets on. If you're looking for Jania, it's not going to be easy. He's mad as a box of badgers, even more paranoid than Samiad. Quaid is the only one I know who might be able to track him down. You can find Quaid in Traveler's Spring, in the middle of the Solace headlands. Give him this note, and he should help. I have to go north. Do I have to get on a boat? Here's a guildmate. Not sure if this is a good idea. Looks like these are cliffs. Let's see if I can get down here. There's a floating tree. There's the ocean. Yeah, these are pretty steep cliffs. This is not the way. Get back to a road. Looked like there was a passage. No way, we're too high. I know I have to go north. According to the quest, I'm gonna go north, all the way up here. Oh wait, this is Traveler Spring. This is where I need to get to. Where am I now? That's why I'm confused. Do I need to take quick travel there or something? Where am I? Here. And I need to go to Solace Headlands. Well, I don't need to get on a boat for sure. I just need to cross these mountains. Let's go west. Okay, so I'm going the wrong way. I've got to go down this road. Take this road, go down and around the city.
Use carriages for faster travel between zones.
Seriously? That's the first time she told me about that. Whoa, that is cool. How do I get the carriage? Oh, you can see where they are. I guess they're just constantly running. One is right here. Where does this go to? I need it to go west. No, this is going the wrong way. The one I want is gone. Looks like we're doing it this way. I seem to remember having to breed my own mount, and I thought I got a message about that earlier. Maybe at a later level. I don't like this mount. He's too cute. Very nice graphics. I'll be back when I get to my destination. Okay, I've arrived. Well, at least I've arrived at the Solace Headlands. I think I've still got a ways to go to get into Astera. Yeah, I just entered this region, so I've got to go down the road and talk to Quaid right here in Traveler's Spring. I'm curious as to why there's a red, green circle around this area here. I'm not sure. But one thing I just did, according to a tip that somebody gave inside of chat, is go into options, into game info, and scroll all the way down until you see quest details map display, and then you crank it to unlimited. It was only on 100 meters, so if there were any quests that were far away, they wouldn't come up on the map. Here's the cart. Maybe I'll try taking the cart and see what happens. So now we're going the right way. Down the road towards Traveler's Spring. I like how that I could sit down, my character sits there and relaxes for the trip. Better than waiting for the boat in EverQuest. Really zoom out far away from your character in this. Although when I'm on the cart, it seems like when I come around to the back of him, it zooms in on it. Otherwise, it's pretty far. Before, when I was on my mount, I really zoomed out and he just becomes a speck. It's a bit of a drive. Thank you, sir. Not many people come looking for Genea these days. You must have found something quite important in the City of Towers, Miri told you about Genea's eccentric nature, yes? He's not the easiest person to talk to, but he's practically a savant when it comes to ancient artifacts, and he knows more about Aurora than any historian I've ever met. Travel to Astera and find a bar called the Goat and Gargoyle. Genea usually spends his nights there, talking to the drunks. Stay near him long enough, and look bored. And I guarantee he'll talk to you sooner or later. That's a pretty unique quest. Go to a bar and hang around and look bored. Alright, up the road to the north into the city of Astera. I shall return. I'm almost to the city. Here I am at the gates. Astera. My mount is a higher level than I am. This mount, he's level 15, this mount. Genea. Oh yeah, we're in the bar. He's gonna talk to me once I get bored. So I have to stretch. I gotta spell that right. S-T... What? Are you not excited on such a great adventure? Don't you know what it is you hold? You, yes you, with the yawning and the stretching. That fragment you carry is no yawning thing. Have you heard its history? Are you curious about the Helm of Curious? That fancy hat you carry once belonged to the god of destruction, though it is no god who seeks to wear it now, I think. Perhaps a hawk, Yes, I can see from your eyes that I am right. What are you saying? What does this have to do with the Shadowhawks? Why does Haman want the helm so badly? In Aurora, the Shadowhawks of old once served the dreaded Curious. In their secret hearts, some wish it were still so. But the silly hawklings toy with these things beyond their birdie brains. This helm will only cause them pain.
Though the mad scholar spoke with riddles and giggles, Samyad had sworn he was trustworthy. When he told you the incomplete helm was a potent weapon against worshippers of Kyrios, you believed it. Finally, you could imagine Haman's motives. To use the helm to overtake the Shadowhawks, most of whom worship the dread god. You half expected Genea to produce a third fragment of the helm, but he did not. It would have made sense. Ostera was the only free port on Haranya, trading openly with Nuya. Centuries ago, Queen Pavitra had attempted to conquer the wealthy Solus headlands, mostly to replenish the royal coffers. However, residents of the peninsula liked their freedom and their coin and killed her, ending her conquest.
There's one Shadowhawk in particular who wants this helm. It would kill me to get it, but I mean to kill him first. I hesitate to ask, but Jania, how would you trap a corrupt Shadowhawk leader? He says, silly Hawkling, you must think backwards. The way to catch a spy is to keep a secret poorly. Go to the Plaza Inn and whisper to Innkeeper Kupin about your fancy hat. By tomorrow, all of Haranya will hear the news. Alright. It is getting more interesting now, the story. This is no entrance. Where do I have to go? Where am I going? There we go. It's gotta be up here.
Click Remember to memorize your current location. You can then use the Recall Location skill to teleport directly to the location you most recently memorized.
That's good to know. Innkeeper. An ancient helm with a gem in it, you say? My goodness, that does sound important. Of course, we at the Plaza Inn will do our best to keep your gossip, I mean, your secret, to ourselves. Shirei. I don't know why you're lying to the innkeeper about your name. Honestly, it's none of my business. But I'm in a bit of a tough spot, so you're gonna have to do me a favor if you don't want me to expose you. There's an old tapestry hidden inside one of the statues at the Kalia Manor Garden. I need you to retrieve it for me. I was hired to steal it, but the guards found me right as I was trying to open the statue's secret compartment. Now that they've seen my face, there's no way I'm getting back in. But you could waltz right out the door with it. That was random. Semiat says there are ancient scriptures encoded on this tapestry, and it's worth a fortune to the archaeological community. With this to trade, I'll finally get a chance to see the ruins of Piranur. Thank you for your help, Vincenzo. Oh, by the way, a friend of yours stopped by. He gave a message to the innkeeper. Ah, Vincenzo, a friend of yours asked you to meet him in the crafting district. He said he'd hang a Shadowhawk emblem outside the door of the meeting place. So I am impersonating the dead Vincenzo, I guess. Search for clues on the second floor of the Shadowhawk meeting place. I have player names turned off, so I know I said there were a lot of players. They really are. You can see my guild. That's one of my guild mates. But these other people running around are players. I have their name tags turned off. But it is pretty crowded. The server is exactly what I was hoping it would be. Lots of people. You know, I missed this the first time around. I'm pretty excited now that I hope I'm going to get to experience ArcheAge kind of the way it was. Now, these Shadowhawks here are red to me. Do I have to fight them? Not if I follow this guy. Girl.
Hold Shift, left click, and drag to move most UI elements.
This note is about the ambush, but it's from Bot. He set the ambush. It wasn't Hama. Let me get out of here before I do skills, because there are bad guys in here. Alright, I made level 15, now I have 2 points to spend. Resurgence, under Vitalism, regenerates health. Oromancy has a vicious implosion. Magic attack does 210% plus 210% magic attack. Triggers a sudden, powerful implosion, pulling enemies within 10 meters towards you, then dealing 582 damage. Now here's Dissonance, the Songcraft one that I wanted. Plays flashing sounds to weaken and slow all enemies around you, 5-meter radius. Reduces their skill damage, reduces their attack speed, increases their casting time, reduces their magic defense, and deals 767 magic damage after 6 seconds. Yep, I'm gonna take that. And I have one more point. I mean, my main job is to be a healer, so I might as well take some more healing skills because I really only have antithesis. So I'll take resurgence, my last point. I've gotta figure out. These are regular on the bar. These are shift on the bar. I don't like shift. I'd rather have alt. How do I get my healing skills on a different bar and then hotkeyed to alt? Now, alt just casts it on myself, so I don't think that's possible. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. What is this? Oh, resurgence. This is the healing. I need this. Here. This is my shield. This is my song. Alright, very good. So what's next? Report to bot. Alright, he's over here in the city. Probably gonna finish up here because gotta go out and get something for dinner. Is he in here? Yeah, here it is. Leoben, you're the traitor I was sent to kill. Lord Ashabel himself sent down the order. He says you've stolen a powerful weapon and intend to use it against us. Bot, what are you talking about? I have no beef with you. It's the Kyrios worshippers I have a problem with. You're not mixed up with them, are you? What? No, you know me better than that. I do what I must to survive and protect. I guess we both have some secrets, huh? I'd say it's about time we came clean.
The helm worked as advertised, forcing your Shadowhawk ambushers to flee in pain. When it had first appeared Bart had been disloyal, your sense of betrayal triggered a memory. Melisara had once felt a similar emotion. As Kyrios lingered between life and death, Melisara inside, Taiyang had come to his rescue. The Firan brought him to his lover, Kyprosa, who used her newfound powers to heal him. Violently shoved from his body, Melisara was horrified Kyprosa would let Kyrios live. Every petal on every flower has a reason to exist, Kyprosa said. We cannot let the god of destruction die. The day will come when we will need him. Melisara doubted Kyprosa's words. She felt her friend's eyes were clouded by love. The last thing Melisara had wanted to do was kill Jean. But this creature was no longer Jean. It was Kyrios, and if there was a drop of justice left in the world, Melisara felt he needed to die. But she also knew that the birthplace of the world, a magic garden, hadn't made her a god. Now, unable to catch Kyrios by surprise, she would have no hope of defeating him. As the resurrected god of destruction stalked away from his former friends, boiling with fury at their real transgressions and imagined betrayals, Melisara had no words left with which to express the frustration in her heart. The greatest assassin to tread the earth let out a heart-rending howl of rage. Kyrios returned to his evil advisor, Anthalon, and began his bloody work again.
We can't talk here. This place is swarming with Shadowhawks. Meet me at Lutzong Harbor and Villanelle. And don't worry, I won't tell the others. I respect your secrets. Ah, friends. Alright, you can go home for now. cuddly bear mount, and I'm gonna log off here. I got to level 15. I'm getting down. Wow, I have 15 chapters to go. Well, I'm only in chapter 5, so I've got a long ways to go with my questing. Lots of running around. Very little combat. But I'm okay with that. I'm enjoying it. My character looks a little funny, I admit it. I kind of was doing it in a hurry because I did create him when this server was not stable. And I did try once or twice to create a character, and when I crashed, the server crashed and my character wasn't saved and I had to start again. So I really kind of had to rush to make my character and get in the game. And thankfully I did that and saved my character and then booted me out. But no problems at all with the server. So if you've heard anything about problems, yes, they were true. Yes, the launch was rocky. But as of right now, Monday, 3:30 Eastern Time, the time of this recording, and the whole time I've been playing, it's been great. Nice and smooth, gameplay good. I'm enjoying it. If you liked ArcheAge and you want to give it a try, ArcheAge Classic seems like a good place to be. So yeah, if you want to check it out, if you want to run with me, or maybe even, I don't think you can join my guild, to be honest, because people have already been asking and the guild is full. They're only inviting people that are on the Discord that are waiting for spots that maybe haven't gotten to game yet. And well, I'm sorry about that, but I'll definitely run groups with anybody that wants to. If you want to try ArcheAge and need a healer, you can always let me know. I'm not going to be the best player because I've never played this game before, but yeah, I'm learning my character. Even though I haven't been in much combat, I've got some cool skills. And I'm looking forward to the game and learning it, and maybe even getting a plot of my own land and getting some vocations. There's a lot to do in this game. It's no joke. This game has been on my radar even before they announced the Classic server. I had installed it on my computer, but I never really got to try it. I was playing Warcraft. I think the World of Warcraft Hardcore came out, and I was about to start ArcheAge Unchained, or I think I had Unchained, and then I just didn't do it. And then months passed until I found out about this server, and well, here I am. It's been so good, it's almost upsetting because I've got Baldur's Gate 3, and I started playing that, and then boy, is that a really good game. Really having fun with that. That's a good game. And now it's going to be a tug-of-war between this and that. But that's a good thing. Now it's off to the shop to get my dinner. Get that going, and well, maybe I'll have time to make another recording later, but it will probably not be of ArcheAge, because I do have to get back into my Warhammer Online, return to Reckoning on my Chaos Warrior, because it's getting interesting there too. I'm getting higher level, I'm getting better gear. The RVR is getting really good, and I haven't done a video on that in a while. But either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize for the poor gameplay, because you know, even when I do know a game, you know that if you see in any of my videos, I'm not very good at playing the games efficiently. But for me, the object is have fun, enjoy the game, pass the time, maybe make a few friends here and there, and get into groups, although that hasn't happened too much for me lately. But you never know. Alright, have a good day. Until next time, take care.